Donald Trump's words have a way of sticking with you, sometimes for their humor, sometimes for their sheer unpredictability. Over the years, he's delivered some of the most unexpected and downright hilarious statements ever heard in politics. Today, we're diving into the lighter side of Trump's legacy, showcasing the funniest and most memorable lines that only he could deliver. Get ready for a mix of wit, humor, and classic Trump-style moments. I have the best words. I have the greatest words. This quote from Trump's 2016 campaign perfectly captures his self-assured, over-the-top style. Spoken during a speech where he critiqued the language skills of other politicians, this declaration sparked a flurry of memes and parodies. The sheer simplicity of the statement paired with its obvious irony makes it a comedic gem. After all, claiming to have the best words is one thing, but proving it in the same sentence? Not quite. I'm a very stable genius. Few Trump quotes have become as iconic as this one. First tweeted in January 2018, in response to questions about his mental fitness, this phrase took on a life of its own. While the intention may have been to shut down criticism, the phrasing had the opposite effect, inspiring jokes, internet memes, and even merchandise. From coffee mugs to t-shirts, very stable genius has become shorthand for playful self-aggrandizement. Nobody has more respect for women than I do. This line, which Trump has repeated numerous times, always seems to draw a mixture of laughter and disbelief. Given his controversial history of remarks about women, many found this statement hilariously ironic. The fact that Trump often says it with such conviction, sometimes following it with a comment that contradicts the sentiment, only adds to the comedic effect. I think I am actually humble. I think I'm much more humble than you would understand. Nothing screams humility like announcing just how humble you are, right? This line, delivered during a 2016 interview, is a prime example of Trump's unintentional humor. It's almost as if the statement was designed to contradict itself, making it both amusing and memorable. The mental gymnastics required to call yourself humble in such a bold way are truly impressive. The concept of global warming was created by and for the Chinese to make US manufacturing non-competitive. Whether you agree with his stance on climate change or not, this tweet from 2012 is undeniably a head-turner. The idea of a vast global conspiracy orchestrated by China to undermine American industry is so outlandish that it borders on comedic genius. The sheer absurdity of the claim turned it into comedic gold, sparking countless debates, parodies, and hot takes. My IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault. This gem from a 2013 tweet is quintessential Trump. On the surface, it's a statement of intellectual superiority, but it's the patronizing tone that really makes it funny. Imagine being told not to feel stupid by someone who's simultaneously bragging about their IQ. It's the kind of line that only Trump could deliver with a straight face. We're going to build a wall, and Mexico is going to pay for it. Perhaps one of Trump's most famous lines, this bold campaign promise quickly became a rallying cry for his supporters and a punchline for his critics. The humor here lies not only in the outrageousness of the claim, but also in its sheer persistence. Despite widespread skepticism and logistical challenges, Trump repeated this line with unwavering confidence, as if sheer repetition could make it true. I've never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. This quip, shared on Twitter in 2012, is Trump at his most observational. While it's clearly an exaggeration, there's something oddly relatable about it. Who among us hasn't made a sweeping generalization based on a single anecdote? The line became even funnier when people pointed out Trump's own well-documented love for Diet Coke. Windmills are the greatest threat in the US. They kill birds, they kill everything. During a 2019 speech, Trump expressed his disdain for wind turbines in a way that left audiences scratching their heads and stifling laughter. While the environmental impact of wind turbines is a legitimate topic, Trump's hyperbolic delivery claiming they kill everything turned a mundane subject into comedic fodder. The media is a disgrace. Though this line might not seem funny at first glance, it's Trump's delivery and repetition that give it comedic weight. By the end of his presidency, this phrase had become almost a catchphrase, with each iteration sounding more theatrical than the last. Whether shouted at a rally or tweeted in all caps, it became a staple of Trump's humor-laden rhetoric. "I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters." This outrageous statement, made during a 2016 campaign rally, is the epitome of Trump's shock humor. While it was meant to highlight his loyal voter base, logically, the sheer audacity of the claim left many people laughing in disbelief. The visual image alone is enough to make this line one of Trump's most talked about quotes. "We will have so much winning if I get elected that you may get bored with winning." This line, delivered during a 2015 campaign speech, is a classic example of Trump's comedic hyperbole. The idea of being bored with winning is so over the top that it borders on self-parody. Of course, critics were quick to point out that not all of his promises came to fruition, adding an extra layer of irony to the statement. "Sorry, there is no star on the stage tonight." This was Trump's reaction after skipping a 2016 Republican debate. His playful jab at the other candidates shows his flair for drama and self-promotion. By framing himself as the star, he turned what could have been a simple absence into a moment of entertainment. "I'm going to be so presidential, you're going to be so bored." Delivered during the 2016 campaign, this promise to dial back his antics once elected was both funny and ironic. True to form, Trump continued to be anything but boring, proving that he knows how to keep the spotlight on himself. Donald Trump's funniest statements are more than just one-liners. They're a reflection of his bold, unapologetic personality. Whether intentional or not, his quotes have provided endless entertainment, sparking laughter, debates, and even a little head-scratching along the way. Love him or hate him, Trump's humor is an undeniable part of his legacy, one that will likely be remembered for years to come. Which of these statements was your favorite, or do you have one we missed? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more entertaining content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.